All right, here we are again, 2018 Dodge Durango with the, looks like V6 in there. What size engine is this? 3.6 liter V6. Water pump. She leaking. Welcome to Christmas Garage. All right, now I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but if you look down here, this is the water pump pulley right there. If you look down below it, see all that pink stuff on there? Yep, she's leaking. And you can see, if you can see down through here, you can see behind it in this little hole down here that it's leaking water. So we got a new water pump right here. Looks like it comes with it. This gasket is really nice. It's like aluminum with like impregnated stuff in it. So I'm hoping it goes on real good. First thing you got to do is you got to pop this cover off. 10 millimeter. We'll get this thing out of the way and we'll show y'all what we got under there. All right, after we get all this stuff out of the way, then we got to take those snake belt off, serpentine belt, this right here. As you can see it right there. This is a 3/8 adjuster. Watch this. We're going to throw a little 3/8 ratchet in there. Take the pressure off of it. Boop, just like that. Pop the belt off one of your pulleys. Just like so. There you go. And then you release the pressure off of that. Pull your ratchet out. Now the belt will come right on off. Look at that. She'll come right on off. So, piece of cake, taking the belt off. Next thing is we got to take that tensioner off, looks like. That tensioner looks like she's probably a 13 millimeter when I go by tensioner. I mean, it's not really a tensioner. It's just an idler pulley. This right here looks like that's going to have to come off. That's probably a 13. Yep, 13 millimeter. Took this right off. There's a big long bolt holding it in there. As you can see down there where she was, that looked like part of the old water pump there. So the pump of water is on its way out. Yeah, it looks like the rest of the bolts down in there are going to be 10s. We're going to try to save as much of this old antifreeze as we can. She's going to make a mess all over the shop floor. Perfect. All right, we're going to take this air pump thing out of the way. 10 millimeter there. We took this little line off. It had this little green thing you push down on, it popped right off, and then this popped right off. I think it's something to do with vacuum. Let's see what it says it is. It's a rev stand AC, Q stand, made in Mexico. It's a Dommel. Hey, all I know is it's got a vacuum line, an electrical line plugged to it. Look, it is what it is. And there goes that bolt. We'll never see it ever again. Okay, that's perfect. All right, now I think this line right here is running right over top some stuff. And it appears, all right, we got the old petcock open down there. We're running some antifreeze out of this thing. She had a lot of pressure. I've got this, take this clamp off with the trusty Leatherman. And normally you can twist these, get them broke loose. Once they break loose, oh yeah, look at that. She slide right on off. Oh, she wanted to talk to me a little bit. Now we got this out of the way. The reason I did that is because up in here you got 1, 2, 3 bolts right here on the top of this water pump. I can show you better by looking at the new water pump. This is the new water pump. I'm trying to get to these 3 bolts here. This is where the tensioner was. These are 3 bolts here. All these are 10 millimeter. Most of those are going to be easy to get to. So, looks like, yep, we've got to take, yep, this is actually part of the water pump right here. This, set this up here. This is actually part of the water pump here, so we got to take these off. Let's do that next. Got that one on. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Now I got my favorite little tool. Get you a little pick tool like this. And you can go in here, go around that side, go around that side. Oh yeah, she's got some pressure on her. You see that shootout, fellas? Look. Should we take it on off and burn ourselves? Yeah, why not? Oh, this is gonna be scary. Let me see where it's going down here. See how much we're catching. How much you think we're catching? None of it. None of it. Oh, I take that back. We're catching probably 85, maybe 20%, 3 or 7%. There's a 13. There she is. There's another 13. There she is. When she's hot, son. Okay. You're not supposed to do this when the motor's hot. 16. Look at there. Okay, now we got 10. Looks like on the rest of them. What do you think? You think they're all 10s? I'm going to go with 10s. Depth. There's a 10. There's a 10. There's a 10. They all hot. I'm just letting y'all know. Let's see if they're all the same length. Nope. A long one just come out from right there, fellas. Look, all the rest of them short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. I hadn't got that one yet. There she is. I believe that's her hiney. Yep. We are dropping stuff all over the place. So what's holding the gasket up there? Nothing? Okay, there she goes. Look at that. Let's look at it. Okay, I can see a little bit of, this is swollen some right there. I think it was probably the seal. You can see where it was leaking there. Probably the seal in the front of this. Yeah, she'd been wet. So anyhow, that's her. We're going to clean it up. And when we get ready to go back with a new one, I'll get back with y'all. All right, we got the 3 big bolts up top. Like I said, that middle one was 16. These 2 were 13. Then you've got a long bolt and a short bolt. The long bolt and the short bolt, the long bolts go here, 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 and here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. The short bolts go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of short bolts on this side, long bolts on that side. So that's where they go. This thing doesn't require any seal or anything. It's got an O-ring. It goes up there. This is kind of the way it goes. This gasket sets up here like this. See that? How that goes? It's pretty slick. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the new water pump and set it down in there with a couple of the bolts already stuck in it. All right, I'm coming down in here. I got 2 bolts, and I'm going to get started just like so. Now, just like anything, fellas, you want to make sure all these bolts start before you tighten any of them up. So the idler pulley set right here on this one. We're going to do it last, but what I might do is I'm going to start the bolt so I know that the gasket's lined up like it's supposed to. See that? That way I know that it's going to go like it's supposed to. The big 16 millimeter went in the middle of the 3 at the top. And then you got, yep, I just dropped that one. Got the 2 13s. They go right here. We're going to torque these down and get back right with you. Well, we've got the new water pump set in there. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way so you can kind of see a little bit. You've seen us go down in there with it. We got it. It's not dragging everything. We got all these bolts torqued down. We got like I said, 8, 10 millimeters, 2 13s, 16, and then the tensioner here. And that's what I'm going to put on right now is the tensioner. Like I said, I had this bolt started, just so I knew it would line up. She goes on just like this. I think it goes either way, really. And then the tensioner goes right back up there just like that. We're going to tighten it up, torque it also. Aha. Did you record that?
Yeah.
All right, we got the boat out. Yes. Right here. In case y'all are wondering what this is, I did some research on this. This is your inoculator valve. And they have a tendency to go to the bad from time to time. So next time y'all go to the garage, tell them that you think your inoculator valve's going bad. That's what they'll check right there. They run the inoculator valve up like so. Just like that. And it plugged up right here. Boop, just like that. Boop, just like that. All this is good to go. All that's good. We got that clamp back up there. Got that tight. See how that plugs up? This one right here plugs up like that. Hooks up on there. I mean, we're pretty much done, fellas. We got the shuttle, the petcock back down there straight. We're going to clean up some of this water down in here. We got the lines back on. We got that back on. All we got to do is put the belt back on. So let's see how that goes. You're supposed to draw a diagram of how this comes off so you know how it goes back on. We didn't. I'm making some good solid guesses as to how this thing's going on here. It goes around that. It's going to go straight there. Like that, like that. Hey, I think that's going to work. Let's get the old flex handle ratchet on here. Take the pressure off of her. Just like that. And I always like to go back and make sure everything's in. Nothing's rubbing. So that's how it goes. It goes around the crank, up over this, around the old AC compressor there, over top this idler pulley, around the alternator, around the tensioner. So yeah, pretty simple. All right, we've got all that done. Now we just got to clean up a little bit of that water down there, put our stuff back on, and fill her back up with antifreeze. She's done. You can stick a fork in this one. She's done, fellas. So just remember, until next time, you guessed it. If she's giving trouble, unfortunately, things have a bad tendency, especially around Christmas garage, of going to the bad. Thank y'all for watching.